I think currently, in the current economic climate, it's a case that SMEs are, from an infrastructure point of view, best able to cope with the change. They're more innovative, they're more agile, so I think from that perspective, they're very well placed to be adopting cloud or software as a service type services. I think in the current climate, the major impediment that they face is the wherewithal, the financial resources to commit to that change. And I think that, clearly that may be a short-term issue. I think that given the nature of technology refresh cycles, it will almost inevitably be the case that SMEs will be drawn to or pushed towards cloud services. I think with regard to storage, I think it's just our capacity to be able to capture data. I think a recurrent theme across many of the speakers has been this idea that we capture data in both structured and unstructured formats, and I think that it's that unstructured data that we capture, that kind of stuff that just pervades everyday life, that is a real challenge for organisations. I think the stuff that we're used to capturing, the customer data, the HR data, the payroll data, we're used to managing that.
In my conversations with customers, I have to say the data, the explosion of data, how you manage that data, how you take advantage of that information that you have is the biggest challenge of all. And there's lots of different ways. The more structured data, the more traditional data is more easy. It's more easy to deal with that and to analyse it and get intelligence from that. The real challenge, I think, for many organisations now is the unstructured data, the voice, the video, the social networking type information. How do you understand that? How do you take advantage of it? How do you organise it? How do you store it? And that, I think, is the exciting area.
So Ian, what are the technological barriers that impede greater connectivity amongst the SME target audience?
I think fundamentally connectivity is a major challenge for the UK economy insofar as the infrastructure just simply isn't there, and I think it's our belief that it's the biggest single impediment to a successful UK workforce working more agilely, if that's the right word, working more remotely.
What are the exciting opportunities to be had by SMEs?
Yeah, I mean, near-field communications is not technology, funny enough, that everyone will necessarily know the name of, but they're probably using it. It's on the Oyster card, it's in all kinds of devices, now appearing in mobile phones. The exciting thing I think about that is it affects consumers, so all of us as people walking around with devices in our pockets, probably using these kind of devices, the mobile phone instead of the credit card in the next year or two, and replacing all kinds of payment methods, for example. So it affects the consumer, but it also opens up huge opportunities for small businesses and medium-sized businesses, or indeed large businesses, in terms of how can you combine these technologies. So not just payments, perhaps that's more associated with banks, but retailing opportunities, marketing opportunities, combining, if you like, how the technology works with all kinds of things, communication with users, and if you like, the world's your oyster in terms of how you can be creative with that particular technology.
I think security is a major issue. Security is certainly one of the fundamental issues for most organisations that we speak to. I think one of the things I would say as well, of course, is that where NCC are concerned, we're very much talking to IT managers, IT directors and CIOs, and of course we know that security is never off their agenda. It's probably the single biggest issue that they face. So in terms of securing their data, securing their information, that will always be a primary driver for most organisations. And I think there's some serious challenges to come. I think that the lack of robust sort of enterprise level SLAs in the cloud is a challenge, and is a challenge too far for many organisations.